kwenye bar na restaurant, mahali pa kubarizi, mchezo wa pool table na parking ya magari ya kutosha. Pia unaweza fanya booking kwa sherehe kama vile harusi, baby shower, graduation, birthday, sherehe ya watoto na zinginezo. Tunapatikana mjini Kisii, Mashauri, nyuma ya jengo la Mwalimu Sacco. Kwa mengi zaidi, tutembelee au kupiga simu kwa nambari 0792267062. Mwalimu International Hotel, at your service.
Etaya TV, Oborabu Wagusi.
Mwana na ndo mwancho muligereria kerokoro kwena kwane na kwabirego kwego kya kubwatimiro verionsi Etaya TV na Boborabu Wagusingo kwarigani meye Eunenkio Alhamisi eriyo nkomanyuna na yangu kwarigani asenchera ere yobikanu kwarigani taganti ataranyore gatari kwarigani asenchera yobinge. County ya Kisii yoburaiwayo mugavana Paul Simbarati niyo yarariwe ko banambeye masogo sangirire banko imense ya Kenya.
Tiarenge saine tia mogaso tiombera tia chaga kumagaka chinse cha saine igo abanyagitari mbatire igo ba chirange chinsa kianda cha bona maroba barusirie sambo bairire batotebirie garo bararete information batotebingi kiagara
amateye mukuru anyaboterere ward ya Bugitaurio nigere no muichano maiga yechombe cyabo isato gokwase chinchira cyobo tutukanu.
Mmesema maendeleo kwanza. Mnataka barabara, mnataka stima, mnataka maji, mnataka kazi ifanyike kwanza. Hiyo ndiyo ambaye tumekuja hapa siku ya leo. Ikifika maneno ya siasa tutaifanya 2027.
Gati ya baraiba Kenya kwanza kurwa gusini go bakwanire mirobero ya serikali na koriyo gusirwa wetro murobero broad based mashinani. Kukwariwa ni asenchire ya bene ritriade Everlyne Osero Joshua utanero ko yaretra sensemo yebimanyiririo tugo chaka soroboti asomo controller we budget Margaret Nyakango yeraririe hosayira retie county ya Kisii yo mu governor Paul Simbarati ko banambeyemo aseti county chonse meronkene na isano na ibere aso sangirire bango imense ya Kenya asoroboti ururwa betero kubwato kwa county ya Kisii nigo yararetiwe go korabuya gokinya ubusangirire asebirenko byemiyemo meronko etano na ibere isano na isato Etaya TV abage okoro roboti kurigereria bire byakorekanire insi umugavana Paul Simbarati irigo ikirania ebirenkebi gusanga no mu chief officer asensemo yo gusangirire bango me county ya Kisii Conrad Owino oyote babuna ayanko bwatekana no koira ugusangirirwa kwebango asechinchira chiekerero ugosiekwa kwemewa yonsi rere chibese cyo gusira gati yande amanke Erikimaube no roboti uru
asoroboti rwabetero kubwato kwa no controller we budget Margaret Nyakango county ya Kisii yoboraibo mu governor Paul Simbarati nigo yarobetigwe ko banambeye mwase county chonse merongene na isano na ibere asensemo yo gusangirire bango asomwaka bw'ikibese bw'ikirubere na 2024 kirubere na 2025 yabetege kulikyo gusangirire gwetanie bilioni ya mochini gutakianda ejo kirebirengo bimiyemo na 2025 na isato igoreye mia asobo teneneli bwa serikali ya eteteni ga serikali ya county ya Kisii asomwaka bw'ikirubere na 2024 no yomo yabetege kulikya gusangire wechi milioni chiminya na 94 asomwaka bw'ikirubere na 20 no yomo kirubere na 2022 ekalikya milioni chimisano na 50 mo asebono kurwa umugavana bwe county ya Kisii okabere Paul Simbarati achorwa asomwaka bw'ikirubere na 2022 asomwaka uyo bw'ikirubere na 2022 kirubere na 2023 yabeteke gusangiriria milioni chiminya na 15 asomwaka bw'ikirubere na 2023 kirubere na 2024 ogusangirira kwebanga ukaroka na gukina sebasangirite gwetani gwetania bilioni 1.5 na bono so mwaka wa 2024 2025 bagasangirira gwetania bilioni 1.9 ijere gukino konene bono korarigwa koba na mbe yemo ase county chionse 45 magigajo gochoro kwayo mugavana Paul Simbarati aso mwaka wa 2022 amonchireria mange nigabetega kubekwa sensemo yo gusangiriria ebango gati yabo gusangiriria ase chinchera chekerero gosieka emegwa yonse yarenge gocha kwirero gosira gwechibesa okurongiya bakori emirimo bari chimbwa cyabo cyare kororekana koba na mabolyo gati yanda mange yayireire bono county ya Kisii kwirero kubwatarana okonene gati yabo bisabonsi kubwatekana nayo nigo twariga komanya yereto gukino kwa soborai bwayo mugavana Simbarati asomo chief officer sensemo yo gusangirira bango Conrad Owino atebire bune serikali yo mugavana Simbarati nigo yanyorete chi account chinyinge chuchitarenge chingikirano asabe getomo kyabogo chisieke gento kerere merobere meikirano yo gusangirira bango ime ya Kisii.
I want to tell the public that when His Excellency the Governor came into the office, he actually found so many illegal accounts in place, and he has dealt with them, and every time he does his investigation and he finds an account is not properly in use, he will demand that the account is closed, and most of them remains dormant. We are basically on the way to ensure that we have no any other dormant account which have not been recognized by the law.
Owino nonyana boniga tebiro no gusangiriria bangase chinjira cia digital digo kwirira okorento bwasyo kuhasaba na inchi barorekanire ko bano bwege no bonene ubo kwirira korwe bango yabo goika kwaigwa marisiti.
We also ensured that we gained public trust, because most of the time previously people will pay and they will not even get the receipts for what they have paid for. This time around, because of being cashless, immediately they transfer their money, they will get a message either from their phone, directly from the county or from the bank, telling them that the county has received their money. This one has also made them to pay without struggle.
Nigakwanira chipara chingi ya ime county ya Kisii chichikobairira goikase chinsemo eligo sangiririe bango asabone serikali ya county ya gore chigari chinde chichirachiko konya abo bisa goikerana ase chinsemo
We also thank His Excellency because there are good road networks across Kisii County as a whole. This has enabled our officers to get into all corners of the county to ensure that county revenues are collected in good time.
Negetambukiro kyaberege kogokerwa negati abamenyi kurwase county ya Kisii abago kirege kege bakwira konyoro bokoreri no bwasyo kubwabere bokoenekigwa.
Hii digital revenue correction naonekana iko very convenient na it's accountable, it's straightforward and it saves us on time and the convenience. We are happy kuigunga county yeye nero number 1 asogo collect, so tunashukuru kwa hiyo.
Naboni go bamwakire omugavana Paul Simbarati bunambuya mono asegetambukiro kirachi kwegwa ne county chinde nabone county ya Kisii yabere keorokereryo go chiase chinde.
Tunashukuru Simbarati tigabeke bintu proper egekogera from revenue correction no turanyore best services, otherwise mbiya tuetenenere
okoribigwa kwemegwa yekwiriro kobora gwechibesa ime county ya Kisii digo kwairere serikali ya county goikirania merobiro asoko nyora chibesa chisaine gwetera asogo sangiriria kwebango. Kuripoteri eta TV nchinigo nkoro kwa Eric Maobe.
Amateyemo ntigere no mwichano maiga yechombe cyabo isatu gukwasi cinchira cyobo kurekanu anigabaga konekiwa imeye kinyurukia nyaboterere bondo nyage saba kwa location me wadi aboge taurio nyamache sub county me county ya Kisii kubwatikana no mugakanyene Christopher Uganda unkubo nigaote babuna nigo babo kalero mambia buyane cyombe cyabo kiribuya wekabaka makurende maiga ya yenga kyagenda kuchirigeri obunyasi nari anyora cyombe cyo isatu kigo gutagana boigochi kurta chintacho goikabuna chiachaka gokweyemo aseyemo goikakoera sagini kerosi Thomas noroboti urwasuwime
buna erembu asabo gusinga asamenyete nabwene tomenya amone tuyaye egere nyare komokonya asabo gima amone amate yaye wono nigo ya verma mincha ase amate mo mage chombe chapa isato konaro kokwa ase jinjere chobo kolekano okwana na eta television nermo roba nigo omoga kanyano muchi agotebanga niga bokara robya na boyko ekraba nyaro kama chombe chapa ase njirengia niga kendo chiko chirgeli ndagira kolende kerana nago chani ganyora chombe chabere chikoranya se
asa maria tanguru Kristo boganda no ibungu twabo kabuya kiombe kawaida echigo kameru elia sikorara kero kia kamu na chisibi mambi kero na chisibi na chireta sikurire ndagira na chisibaroro na chibekera masangaka kiai kero kia gendra kori je na ira mabere senkoni kawaida na genda ne kero ngoirana na anywe chae na ande naenda kuchirigerie ndagirende ya kabere ekero na ira na gocha na atorire masangaka bono na nyoranga ekere ng'ombe gutagana kubwae ekurusia masombo kurumuni
omongina mwenkeyo nere na bwataya arenge gukwana ko bwatakana no gukwo chombe chaye
Samaria tankoro Joyce kemtoganda nai kero na bere sukuru ngonya okore gasiana nanyora mugapo minto gongakire simi na gete plate na role nanyore konyegerire na chikorikele nanyora nere lakini riri nanyora nere na rigigostuka ngani nkigosanga kere na roranga ni gente kebekera iseko banande na teba yayo ranyore ne kefungwa kompoli nganga ina be karen omanyagonte binga na chire korigie ndagera ye chombe na iranire nanyorire chombe chikwere
ono abanyara goiko igo bakuringa onyale nguruire inkiagera chaku chonsirimo na boigo bagotebanga onyano kuboko kwa mwanya bantu tiganya sae anyara gukonyo muntu yo
no Maurice Jackson nsom onya yarenge nga no borwaire aki na bachiare gokwera limoiga ende yare gokurero nende kumambi kuchimambi ende gusera arwari ekenege ntekebe onye mwanya bantu gokora iga asirieta ria Yesu igatogikirie genteke
Samaria tan Samuel nyabuto gwaro amabere gakunywe gunonde bwensi ase tuge babwatege konya abantu bonse ase kenyoro murigerere timuro chenga abantu buna baichane tese kenyoro onyore no borwaire bwe chombe mbuya mona ase Nyasaye kurende nyona no muntu okoraya tigatoya gikere nande ko motebinga tigata mero monene Nyasaye linda onchoreri gekoere nibe gekonya abantu bonsi ase kenyoro
Maria tandu tukerugo mugusu tuachire tuakumirie sengencho yoyo minta kwere ruchombe isato atuakumirie kiagera abanyagitari bachire korwe county bachire gosudia na baro bairire chisambo otosinyire ng'ekero omonto akwerigeria naribuye gose naribobe ekera koiba naribuya abang'ina baminto motagokura ng'a
mwako gando kong'akera ontebi na chiombe ndagira na chire gocha na nyore chombe chonse ochira irense ngana inde chiakuru
kenyara ko bagekorora kana seitan tuana gokerora linde
boteria esa television ya bero rawa kusi amane sengima guru ase ke nyokia boterere nyangusu sub location basbo ke taurio ward nyamacha sub county me yakisi county oyo nomurario ino sagini kerose Thomas ukiona esa television ya elea ujue meundwa na watangazaji walioshamiri katika taaluma ya uandishi na utangazaji hadi broadcasting house etaya house Kisumu Road Nyamataro kwako studio
Eskuru ya Nyantaro Comprehensive imiye wadi ya Gesimai bunge ya Kitutu Masaba kaunti ya Nyamirani eyo birasi vya ICD vyasiye kwa maiga yo gotebekana gutaikirania ebirenko bya borokiwa gosomera nigo yanyoriro bokonyi bwa matobori eribweye nechimibere korua hase Adams Mochenwa uyorindiganga yo kuriye kiro kyobo senator ase kaunti ya Nyamira bakonyora matobori ayo nigo munyakiro bwe skuru eyo na baibori ba kirembiyana gosabara ibande goswanana Erio bagache ebirasi ebyo Felix Nyakundi nekirana sayo
namagacha yasikwa kubwatikana nebirengo byaje bibe asa motuka manke bono naigo gutiga borokigwa batabwati nase bagosomera bakwagachirwe kibandeke boigo goikaroro eremerememe kongu kubwatikana nembure nyinke
murigere maiga gase skurwa ne class ke sare kete kya bana ba ACD class ke kya ver ke condemn wa matuka mange chi warning twa paka bana ya kerete account aba edit be sub county ya masaba not ba chete ba ka condemn ba ka sieka mo chandora igo monene aiga maiga moro chamaru mayuaro akarike omugaso bali chingite chigosoka kurumi chinda cyarira abana na ndoro cha momaya na machugo ita abana karaba gwera
nyina boga kweresere iguru y'ikirasi kikiye kikubwaterera nigo muchando leo asikiri n'ebirasi bibere bigosangwa n'abana bonsi asayamo
wagenda mahataria ntwaje tukarosya aka structure gete kare temporary asa abana bakobera kwa sabwaiga mbali kunyara kobo egendo kare kereke awese kere tukanyana guche ensemo abana abande bakorigere guche bono disturbance yakoba akaro mwalimu amarige tochimana oyo bono mwana tari ku understand inkyago tebu ako nguserio girio mwalimu ole gotumotwe no yondole guche
obokonyi bono nigo bwachakire korekana bwagosirwa matoboli erweyemo ne chimye ibere korwaso yokorigekero kyo bosenete county ya Nyamira Adams Mochenwa oyo gwetero mwakilishi oye oichanere nenchera magima ya oboroki waya ale asabe
na bato tumanga tocha na madhafali 1200 ayora isane korosi kirasi kama ajagire kubeke kama go JCD abana abuna barobo banyora asibago somera asaraga ya
nigo bona bayibuli babago kero gosiroko bagosaba abandi bali no moyo bugwoncha na barobo kubasira eri kwaga chebirasi ebi
ismewa engineer Machano obere gwishangia goso omonto tangene correspond otoira matoboli 1200 egera tokonyere kirasi eki
omoseneta o Machenwa otokonyirake otoleteira matoboli na ende gaki abande mororero twachandekire bobetu gaki na bande chiseneta chionsi pichiko boli onde tayo togokani onde tayo togokoraki gaki so eskuru ya Nyantaro morore keroro
nonyina bo nigo bamuchiria barayiboro gonkoro bakugani omwe bwe gwadeye nabo igo mugabana bwe county ya Nyamira goika ase skuru eje ihiro kubakonya kwagache birasi ebi heri abana bagendere n'amasomo abo abutambe
omwe MC toko mwegwa ase video ntutari gocha na toko na kodra pakari rube lindiro bisiae ntwe atoko mwegwa ase video lakini gocha reme chande na ande tari omwako mutangani emiaka yonse pinama ete gracia kana bokere lakini tara ire ni step na ndege ndo twale ko request egabana yeito tego tomo bantu ba ekurwo bisi bacha baligereri ngaki mochando kitobwate
etogo sabanga honorable Nyamino inchwe ground toroseri kerasi erinde eria eskuru nyora asaraga ya bana bago soe kerasi basoma buya na karata apana bakonya gweta konyora sibachagete koru naga yale
kuraiga eskuru yo boroso ya Nyantaro yugutoka imeye gwadi ya gisime bunge ya Kitutu Masabe county ya Nyamira ngo reporter ya Eta ya TV Inchen Felix Nyakundi
Chinga kiensengi maheko ya inyore ikia World Climate Action ni wabwatani au baumera na assess kuri boroso ya Kyogo imebungi ya Kitutu chache South County ya Kisii ero sanga amaegeryo yo kwegerera rire nabayo kurende bintu bitoitanaine nonya naboni go basmeke metebu nenchira yemo yo kurichengera ritukeri nonya naboni gabana inchi boyo baboriwe ko bahasumustari obosyo asoko byegerere bintu bitoitanaine Eric Maube ko bwatrana Diana kwambuka gisoi batwariganiro rwotyo
ase eiki yogochengera World Climate Action nigo ababwatani ao baumerana ase eskuru yoboroso ya Kyogo imeye bunge ya Kitutu chache South imeye county ya Kisii eliokwanera amaegerio yo kwegerera rire nabo igo kolenda ebinto bitwetanaine ase omorai wo moroberio yo Charles Omote atebire buna ogonchoreria kwelire Quarentire amakongu amange.
We are aware that the world, especially in Africa, we are experiencing climate crisis, which has come as a result of emissions of gases to the atmosphere, which have depleted our atmosphere. And now, today, we are here so that we can be able to teach young people and also in solidarity with other organizations and other people across the world, so that we can be able to mitigate and also adopt systems that are good.
Rengana no mote ogosirwa kwebirengo byense korwase ababwatani ao nigo kwa ireire ebigocha ase ogokora omochando yo anene ase chinse chia Africa.
To be cognizant that the major crisis in Africa is due to the fact that there is low funding from the global north, which has also affected people in Africa, and they have experienced a lot of drought, a lot of food insecurity, a lot of high temperatures, and sometimes we are experiencing this in our communities which are very low like these ones.
Ase omoyogo yuo nigo basimeka emete elioko birenda ebinto bitwetanaine na kobolia abananchi kuyobwatesia ase ogosimeka emete asobonge.
As a school na watu wanjitegasie sana naoni ntungora asimeka zore compound twara asimekire mete menge ekiagera nambe yemo emeteye ige commenta the beauty ekomeka our school to be beautiful. At the same time we get fresh air kero tubwate mete around na bakonyanga no nembe otoko yana igere mbeo eyerengia sana igo obosimeki bwemete negento kere ekia sana whereby we are encouraging kero monto nonyana setole chinka asobwata sarake onyare ko bagogosimeke mete elinde elio emeteye enyare ko make your compound to look beautiful. At the same time it's one way of conserving the environment.
Nonyana bo nigo babolirie serikali n'abantu bansi kobwatekana no kurwania ogosaleka kwelire okuo koralente amabe amange onye egetambokero kia bwango tige koligereriwa.
We are calling for the national governments and the county governments through our governor, His Excellency Simbarat, so that he can also be part of us in this business, can be able to collaborate, can be able to partner with schools and young people like the ones we have here, so that we can be able to run our initiatives that are very good in terms of climate resilience, so that we can be able to have a smooth environment where our young people are living without much pressure due to the changes which we are experiencing right now.
Kolipoteria Etaya TV, Eliane Diana Kwamboka Gisoi.
Aba MCA korwase kaunti ya Nyamira nigo baburiwe korose chinsoko echo chirase chiwodi chabo ili abananchi korwa chinsemecho banyora machaso bwange ukwana chinga kibata kia korosi wa wensoko ya rio menge yutoka se wodi ya Bogichora ibunge ya West Mugrango ime kaunti ya Nyamira. Douglas Orutonkeo uyore umunyakiro bw'ekiombe kya Green Champion nigateba buna nerebe ya kwegerera chinsoko ase binyoro asokorusie mete eyo ekogera amache aerase chindoche ogero Peter roboti urwasubwime
okwana sekenyoro kia mabundu ye kutoka se wodi ya Bogichora ibunge ya West Magira nyakero kubwe kiombe kia Green Champion Douglas Orutwa nigabaka kora abanyakenyoro naboigo ekiombe ke masoko eni kimabere bago chene nsoko chinsemo chia liomenge asekenyoro kia mabundu ase wodi yo ya Bogichora
ekiraba MCA bago ikarasa tigamba nyargo akoligerero na nejiboli ebisima bakolemera abananchi banyamira na ndo tubwata manjare nachoro chigajibese chiri chinyinge chiche nturuko kana bisima mbiremwa lakini ebisima boneka tokolema na ndege sima tokunya kusalia manjari ali underground amanja narari nachoro abantu bari gosomwa gwemete ya roje rusi gwemiringa mwe kunya manja mange tosimeke mete ndego rwindigenous ebisima biro siku kabisa biwe protected kebe cemented buya amanja na bokonyora no next generation twakole kwentwa nyagache ndokonya gukwana magana yo ndagera unenjare ere Nyamira na ntubwate mbule nyinga sana na ntubwate natural springs
na sensemo yabanyakenyoro na boywe kiombe kya Green Champion kurwase county ya Nyamira
serikali yeito ye county ya Nyamira tobwatisie asokoro chindo chechi ese chibasa chiri chibekira ase bisima birimo kolema na intumoto inyora ase bisima ebi chindo chechi elinde tonyare korosi chindo chechi tonywa macha amaja igombu yamane kiagera turanyare kubwate sugune county ya Nyamira elinde tonyare konyora ase climate change na intu twabere involved buna bangina
amaja ya igare kwane ensoki etosinya ine no njwali ominto na inde intu ndobege timete ekiagere mete miringamu yeko musa amaje igobono tokarora mbuya torusie mete tomente ni amaje na bantu na bari to surround ati bana baro bamanya ko rusia emete amaje to kunywa amaje amaje ne yengencho without whether you cannot survive
iko twachega sorochoro rwaito asengencho to kororosia ndo twara marwaire
gwetera sumuroberio o climate change eyegere tunyare konyore ngencho yokoros chindoche igo twari usaba minto yori sosa na bande baturoberi mbato somia toikaransa tugasoma igura climate change na kitugwento gukonyeka na se chindoche na sinsoko egere ntonyora marwaire twabangire bono no twarosiriga emete butorwe twabangire tubutore emete tororosie egere amache atigara ko borro kwa sabu noroche abantu bakunyugwetani abantu 600 bategemete roche kamuranje rusie emete meringa mutegeje kotokonya kende kubogetsani obogima nyona bane ke bakonde skuru okabanyora amache bakunywa maya na maya yare roche buna rosi tukuga ojinto likobere to kujya tuwanyugo lakini bono rutu batemera noyo minto apiemi batoigereire batorente ire binto tanyakora bakoja ende bunge ngibara akore gose
Nguripotelia eta television korwa se chinseme chiga cha mabundu yego toka se wodi ya bogichora se bunge ya West Mogirango imeye kaunti ya Nyamira lietaliana igonkoro kwa Ogero Peter.
Abarai ba Kenya Kwanza bakorawa n'umugaji w'ekyama kya UDA ibigoro mu cyumba kitutu cha Chenot Jafet Nyakundi omo Chief Whip Silvana Osero mu imenere pwe county ya Nyamira jerusha mu manyi nabayigo mu imenere pwe county ya Kisii Doris Donya mu bungo mu chora Irene Mayaka nigo bara abarai banda sensemo ya Rio Nkaga iwodi esiseme bunge bora pwe county ya Nyamira asumuroberio o broad based mashinani asibakwa neremero ya serikali nabayigo koligia ogosirwa ase okoyekirania Felix Nyakundi Norbati urwasuboime
nege ikarona bananchi benseme yejesise ime yaborabu omoroberio o broad based mashinani asa bananchi ababere seiro igoro ya magendero yo muraibwense anene mono ase chinseme chichiaborabu Jafet Nyakundi no mujumbo kitutu cha Chenot oyibo igo oromugachi w'ekyama kya UDA.
Sisi tumesema ya kwamba sasa hivi hii miaka 2 ambayo imebaki kazi yetu ni kufanya maendeleo kwanza. Lazima tuhakikishe ya kwamba watu wa Esise, watu wa Borabu, watu wa eneo hili wamepata maendeleo kwanza, alafu siasa itakuja baadaye. Hiyo ni sawa si sawa? Hiyo ni sawa si sawa? Si mmesema maendeleo kwanza? Si mnataka barabara, mnataka stima, mnataka maji, mnataka kazi ifanyike kwanza. Hiyo ndiyo ambaye tumekuja hapa siku ya leo.
Umuchando westima uyo abange benseme batabuati no rototigiri magega asomoye gojo asebanekeriwe kubekerwa asebono egeriro kobo kwabo ase serikali erekorenta magendero ankabuna yo gocha sorogongo rwagusi Silvana Osero no mujumbo South Mugranko oyoboigo oromu chief whip ase bunkenene
mwatebre mutatestima enseme mubwa testima serikali ya William Ruto nebwate chibesa ekobeka testima everywhere emutagete tomwe minjere bono iga toganye tusanire mukamo mura 2027 gose tora testima bono iga era abekuga osere testima bono iga ekiagera 2027 na tambe chikure chire miaka ebere korubono ntoigone ntotegerente lakini mutagete testima ga toganye estima yeche kobeka 2028 gose ebekubono iga epareye tomote bia tenene mutiko yekura 2028 gose korubono igere bana kari zo tokoteba tuta bali tole serikali ime ni tutoko bali present ali ase tole mali ekera tokoruo twese tuchei
niko boigo baegereiro murobero mugima o housing levy oyo batebere nigo goikiranirwa korengana ne katiba ya Kenya.
Nyinyi watu, katiba ya Kenya na tulifanya 2010. Katika ile katiba ya Kenya tuliweka kipengele ya 43 ambayo inasema kila Mkenya anastahili kuishi kwa nyumba safi. Mwanaume William Ruto hata kama amepiwa vita juu ya housing levy wakachire nyumba ko staraga chanko umureko akachichire
nanyina bosi yasaje county ya Nyamira tichitigiri magiga asumugumanire bjerusha mumanyi hamuchiro mugabana nyalibo asogotekirania magenderero na kuriira yogotenenekero gekyo eria konya abanyamira
intetita getuta chori kota getatiringe munagendete gutiringa etiringe buyeka nesariri buyeka ekero mungina gocha anyore na omonto yogo asinyuga asegokanga watu wetu wanataka wafanyiwe kazi kama wewe umelala amuka.
Rigase chinse muchesise imeye bunge ya borabwe county ya Nyamira ngo reporter ya ETA ya TV Inche Felix Nyakundi.
Ekiombe kia barimu kia nato saya Rwanyamira bakurawa n'umunyakerugo Evansa Obiri nigo banyorira maigerio igoro y'Chinchera barachiye kwero kworokereria nago chamo bunaboro kiabe kiombe kyo rusaya Rwanyamira umurobero bakogo ikeranwa hamo na Dr. Walton Ngundi Chanua oyo bwateganga yo kuborekero kyo bugavana ase county ya Nyamira nigo Chanua bagakubayinekeria uko bwaterana n'emirobero ya sebare abuna osicinga kyarabe kago swabisi buno mugavana we county yo muri kitogero Peter Norbotyuru.
Everlyne Osero n'umunyakerugo w'ekiombe kya KNUT orosaya Rwanyamira.
Egasi y'obwalimu n'ogosegeta kisemi. Na ndigo nato igwananire n'aba sukuru y'Buchonsi bari batene kisukuru cheito bakuri president y'Union na KNUT. Nga tosegete kisemi kurwali kisukuru abana baitu basome buya omurembo be kisukuru cheito abana batureniriga banyorire amasomo amaya banyore amasomo amaya kegima na kibakore to murembe kisukuru na kibako beka abantu baitamo na ndenge tukurwanirana muna balimu elinde tobe tokonyore ngeri ngiya ikia togosomi tokore gasu tabwate ngeri ngiya ekogeruragire buya omenye buya naende none yango beke buya
boigo asamegeria yo nigo bagokwanera igoro yogokinia chisemi ase county ya Nyamira
chisemi cheito tutahite tubwaterane chisemi mwe tokubwaterane ko parents abaibori amana abana chamana ko success bona igo twatabire na governor abe project diria chaki achamente chinde mono nebira simbi yobuya egere abana baito banyarase bagosomera agiya no litoranyore good environment asabana bakobera
oyo iganjo Frio Mwansa umugachi wekiombe kyorosagia Rwanyamira
oyo no ro Mwansa na ando onde bwansi kwarginga onde bwansi otaba na lero na intwega ayanga twachaka komera namo buna school representatives abarimu no baraso kwage kiranye gitotana korra bali batubwate siri biamono buna oyo minto Chanua omekiri itukari yarrekaniriye ngencho mono esabari Banyamira branch no anye no mugavana nere na batema buya nere na bache ne timu yaye na ndi totete abaraibo echingecho chonsi baende njere kabireye nali abantu baminto turanyare ko kubwatirana
nonye nabo
solidarity
Yugan Daktari Walton Ngundi Chanua oyo bwateganga yokoliye kerogo kyobo gavana se county ya Nyamira so mwaka bwechirubere na 2052 yobaenekeria aboroki bwabwe merobeli emiya bunago so abisi buno gavana se county ya Nyamira.
Tukifika pale ambapo tunaelekea ofisi munipatie wale viongozi ambao mmenipa leo, sio wale mmenipa leo lakini yani you give me your head, your leaders, huh? And we continue discussing such matters going forward so that the welfare of teachers is also incorporated in the policies for development of this Nyamira county. Together teachers can also merge together with us. And if we find time, you know, the Department of Education, in Narok we call it the Department of Education, Youth, Sports, Culture and Social Services. Education and then social services, those two. Including the youth, because you teach the youth. Those are departments under teachers. And it's only a teacher who can be able to determine what is required for these fellow teachers, for this department. So hiyo ndio inahitajika tuje tuongee, alafu tutaona vile tutafanya. Na tunaendelea kuyaongea kila siku. You know, a government is not made from one person. It is made from many people who come together and determine the policies and the guidelines on how this government is established and how it can be run.
Mwelio ye Daktari Chanua nigabwato koborio koiga guchia serombe ya boroki abo.
Okay, may as many as are for this opinion say aye. May as many as are for the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Muripoti ya Eta Television kurwase Chinsa mechiga chia viongozi kebiriga yego toka se wodi ya Bonyamatuta se bunge ya West Magirango imeye kaunti ya Nyamira. Rietalia na igonkoro kwa Ogero Peter.
Ekiombe gietenerere tabalimu Teacher Service Commission yo gyatere buna medical insurance contract ya Minet Kenya nigere era chitariki 30 cy'umutienyi oikomino mu mwaka oyo asemero beregendrete iyo gukora amount radio elio haba oroke babako when wawetera umuroberio sha ukwane karaikira nase committee EHSMI acting CEO Everlyne Mitei gatere buna nigo bagendrete gusangereria birengerero kurwa sabalimu nababwatani au igoro yenganeyo Josephat Muracha namake
Nekero chinga kiche insurance y'abarimu erigetiko ikomo elio tariki 30 cy'umutinyi 11 asabona ababunge batorera amabori igoro yemeroberio yekyombogi ya TSC kebwate erikorra abarimu batorera obokonyo boikeranu.
The fact that you as a commission have you interrogated your entry into SHA, the benefits and the pitfalls, more importantly putting into consideration the issue of the teething problems of SHA.
As they do consultation, and you're saying this is a comprehensive medical scheme. So far, we all know how SHA is operating. How comprehensive is it?
Are we transitioning to SHA? The teachers will now be fully under SHA. Is that the direction the commission is seeing itself take?
Asensemo ya Everlyne Mitei uyoro musio intenenera IRS ribuna nigo TSC genda tokora chingwana na SHA amona babwatani au bet sector yechisemi asokonyora obokoreri bore ubia.
We've actually held a lot of consultation with SHA under the chairmanship of the head of public service. And those consultations, Chair, are at an advanced stage. We have said we've been given up to 30th September, end of this month, to conclude those engagement, including engaging our stakeholders. Based on the fiscal space, we are going to harmonize within 3 years, that we will ensure that all the benefits are harmonized. We have a roadmap for engaging all the stakeholders. And Chair, tomorrow we are having the 2 unions, Kenya National Union of Teachers and KUPPET. And the rest will follow.
Manyakirubuya committee yo Julius Meli asabire kiombe gya TSC koirengana iyo ngorana boikeranu na gutwara maigwana n'abantu bonsi elio korenta obokoreri obuya.
So I would only want to ask the Teacher Service Commission to really look into this issue of teachers' medical scheme, move with a lot of caution and make sure all the parties are involved in every step of the way, so that the transition process from whatever medical scheme you had and to whichever you'll be taking them to, you have everybody onboarded and everybody involved.
Muripoti leta ya TV kuru mchomo neno Nairobi, Marieta Nanchos Fatmakura Muracha.
Togos ka bosio asorbatronda babuge bechingero be bandi ya majoge B Kings na boge gatia mashabiki be bandi yo nigo beso kyaso kumurera uyo mwabo be bandi yo manyikaine buna nyagako mweri uyo mwana hunyagusira Charles Obweri be bandi yo kubwatkana no gosira kwaye nyagaka nigo bono baburiro gosirwa kurwa sabara ibechingencho chonsi na bego kurwa sama shabiki na bega bana muziki abonsi asogo kinegesa ku kyaye Charles Omweri. Kelvin Onderi namake
Gukwana nigetasini kega babugi be bandi ya majoge B Kings kurebuge ya machoge chache abo beso kyaso kumulero mwana muziki oyo abo nyalete gusira umubwaye ase bamutugire nyagaka Omweri asarenge umugi omuyasi basirisiro je bandi ejo
umuji obo Omweri togita jarisi nero njagitie gita na migisinya gwanga na severa stongobo akaketu abigitanga na ntutu gatomubwati birandi elinde neranyo ale sagwati yeje koma kwa mna tata omwaba alinge ko omubugie gita wona toko sababa chumbe baito toko sababa na musiki ba minto bali toko bugito komerana twaranga mabera go chaso umuchiwe bona ndi twatwali bo banga bakale ko era bonsipi
mwana nyagaka konyote mirasa konyara lakini amakweli namwirete nyombe tigarete njera abana batigaretare
amashabiki nabo igabo yabo nigo besokirie wetera sigitaseni kega gietaya asokobolia kugosira bandi yo nabo ige amatenya gusira Omweri ujole ngomo bugi
Pole sana se familia ya Umweli, pole sana Nyagaka ototigire na ntwe bana musiki twagwakirenga, pole sana and pole.
Abana baiga basome egente kene tutagiti abana basome nandi twagania masaba agendere
igonde igaiga buno yo mwabo yanti ya Nyagaka amasabiki tonsi bya gusiengi maga kimwanje musire nga yo mugaka Umweli osire tamaremu ne familia ya sirire
ate na pole nene asumuchi o Dr. Umweli mambe ase abana bae kurwere munasirete n'umunginoye na abana bae bamubwatiri bogo bona abantu batigarete na abachukuru abambatakire basiru ase abantu baranyare
chinga chichichicho nigo baruro kobolia gochiasa barebe chingenjo chonsi chensemeyo naboigo chibandi chinde gweso na niasogosire merobeli yoko mwenia nyagosira naboigo gokini abana baye abo bono batigaire magega
ntoto koko tebinga abantu bamita kusisi mwabeta motokonye familia abana batigire na bana bakesana elinde tobasire abana siasa bonsipi abachumbe aba MCA bonsipi bagusina andi Nyamira
abarayibe chinjira wao mugavana abiga abachumbe bagusi abali siko yense na abali meyense togusaba bokonyo bonene sana
bana musiki gusiyengima abana batigire noyo wana tugusaba bokonyo moto sira simokonyara
gusaba abagusi bonse ese mwaika munyale gokonyo mucyo
amuranja abaminto tuchakire kansura yeito abarayi baita babunge abagusi baito amashabiki onsipi asegusi kisi yeito amona Nyamira abamanyete igoro y'abana musiki nande abamuraba nkora goki barerenda abantu nyana kobatumbuisa sichinyangi nande mokore ogwanja kwino motokonya gocha senkeye irinda abana baiga batigaira banyora chisemi mambi chiko chakobakonya
yinkoriboterieta ya TV Kevin Ondere.
Amara bende ngiana ukone no sa soberta ngwarigena sita chiko sire tarane nkefa nengobosire to ya chake kurwa sinsire ya Japan abo team Kenya ya rokane wakoribya king mas chiko sire chigende cha World Championships abo sama sire Faith Cherotich nya takobaga ko imukeria Kenya Gold aso wakoribya king mas komyoka chimita chiribusato ucharuka match ya yomika na steeple chase nigoboigo haba gosoria Mary Mora na boigo Liliana Odira na Sara Mora banya ko baba wakoribya king mari tukuria rero na kwene chire tikiti yo chikomyoka tukuria kiasi semi final asichimita chimisana na isato enere kwana nabariki kura somo gosore Faith Cherotich.
I almost to give up but I tell myself if I have reached the final love with Yavi, why not can I maintain the pace? Then I realized I am strong on the last barrier, so the water barrier, and I normally have a kick. I believe in myself for that. Yeah. I was so happy. I even didn't know see the result as I celebrate because it was so great for me. It's my first time to be a world champion, and my dream was to be. Yeah, the challenges are on there, and I thank God I finished good. I didn't fail, and yeah, because when we were running, I heard someone fell, but I didn't know who was. But I came and realized it was Peru, but I didn't saw the others, of which I'm telling her sorry next time. Yeah.
Ekaro machibo yagene tuko kyaba Kenya bange nigobo igumu myokyo mukora chimita chimisano na isato Wilfred Mungei onya tukobaga kubwera Kenya Gold asuma ko chiwe na 5 na 3 ekara gosore time ya Beijing niganya tukobaga gwesokia na kurogo semero uchiase team Kenya ya World Championships asata birengani ko bara chikone kigonyara bari chigolde chinyige kingma go ikomwere obwe chikosore chiga eje nere nkona ya Mungei ime ya Tokyo Japan.
Manuel Wanyonyi, has proven once again, especially in the rounds, that he can run from anywhere. I watched his first round, the way he competed. he's always in the front, but he found himself in the middle and he was able to get out and still being able to push that race. So I expect the best. Robert has proven again, winning world championships in the past. He has a lot of experience. He has competed with Emmanuel, of course, several times. But again, sometimes this is championships that once you make a mistake, remember that 800 meters is one race that I would call it very tactical. When you have the best, each one of these guys will be watching each other. No one wants to take the front, because remember that this is a race without a pacemaker, and you have come here to represent your country. You are carrying the whole nation on your shoulders, and each one of these athletes will be, which it means they will have. There is a lot of psychological that will be going on in their heads, definitely, because if you look at a rope from Canada, for example, he has won before, but again, he would like again to achieve. If you look at his time this year, Sejati hasn't won a championships.
Kampuni ya Kamare Kenya gukwana Sport Pesa nigo yarariri bene guchiko yesire ligi ya Kenya ibona yarobiri go guchaka bene Eunenkio kere club kere ya Tusker kila chikosura mona KCB Chinsa 12 chemara go basigeti kere Kenya ya county ya Nairobi nigo kimenege tanga ni club geshe bana kila gosuru witukere Jumapili asigeti kia Gusi Chinsa isano na isa tekero bara chikobari gani ya APS Bomet Captain Ronald Karaure ni garu murai weke ombekege ya Sport Pesa oyibona oyabikirete neni ngani gare tayari go chikosire biye gwemensi ya Kenya ani mona ligi ya Sport Pesa League.
Very excited to have Sport Pesa on board as the title sponsor, and we have unveiled the logo today, so we are quite excited. Coming from the huge successful hosting of CHAN, we are hoping to continue on with the momentum and ensure that our leagues and competitions locally also keep growing as we prepare the national team for AFCON 2027 and even bigger tournaments in the future, including preparation for World Cup qualifiers. So for us, we will keep looking for new partnerships, forge new collaborations with all stakeholders across the board to ensure that we run a successful federation and also run a successful league.
Sport Pesa, we are coming here as partners, and that's one of the key things, how to promote the football, how to make sure it goes to the fans, how to do all that. If you were talking to a different sponsor, they would have quantified that amount and put it as a figure. For example, they say to market the league, we will spend 100 million, and that would have been part of the check. What we have put in the check is what is going to the federation. Remember, we'll have our costs as well, whereby we're going to be promoting the league, and as I said, we want to discuss with especially KBC to ensure that the free-to-air games, because Azam is the broadcast sponsor, but we need to have some free-to-air games that are going on our local TV channels so that fans who are not paying for pay TV can access the games. So that's one of the things we'll do. Secondly, again, fan experiences, and that's what you're mentioning, whereby other than what is being broadcast, what do we do to encourage people that going to the stadium is a fun experience, like what people now recently rediscovered with CHAN. It's always been a fun experience, but it has never been put out there that you can go to the stadium and have fun. Suddenly with CHAN, people have realized that football is a very fun experience to go to. And even in our league, that experience remains the same. Of course, unless we start seeing tear gas. I'm sure we will not see tear gas for some time. But that's what we want to do as Sport Pesa. Engage people who are also strong on social media so that they show that the game is as good as CHAN when they go to the stadiums.
Chigosori choko watrana kubareta amabajumbe kurasi chibunge chinse cha East Africa nigo cyarobirige gucyaka bene kitariki 5 mutinye 12 umwaka yo kitariki 15 na ibere imenye seria ya Uganda nigo chigosori chigo umwaka yo cyane ko bachiko gosori rwemeye county ya Mombasa sense ya Kenya kerabono Aneta Among oyoromo nogeria sebungeria ya Uganda anyara ko bakorera bageri gasigi karukiri tukorero n'abanogeri kurasi chinse cyo asanyara ko bagusaba babwata nibe chigosori chiga ko ika ime yense ya Uganda gati kitariki cyo isano weka ikominisano nebere nigo kerenge chikosore chiga kirego chiko kinebye bona ko baretamo abajumbe kurwa chibunge cha East Africa.
You're most welcome and welcome to the Speaker's Chambers in Parliament.
we had a meeting this morning with my two brothers, the Speaker of Kenya and the Speaker of Iyala, over issues relating to sports in the East African community. And as you're aware that one of our integration pillars is on sports, as parliaments of Uganda, parliaments of East Africa, we decided to have sports as one of the things that help us in deepening, widening, and tightening the integration. And in the process of that, we do a rotational hosting of these sports. I don't want to preempt what the chairman is going to say. The chairman of the East African community on the Speaker's Bureau, I will hand over to you to communicate on what we have decided as the speakers of East African community.
But I'm now told that you have created more hills. There are no longer 7. We came here on the invitation of my sister, but more importantly, I'm here in my capacity as the president of the Bureau of the East African Speakers. As you are aware, we hold sports for the parliaments of East Africa every year. At the end of the year is the last event in the calendar of each year. In December, we bring together our parliamentarians from all our member states to visibly demonstrate their commitment to the process of integration of the people of our region, to demonstrate our desire and our dream to have a completely free movement of people, goods and services within our region, with cultural exchanges and many other interactions.
Macho mulgere bana rit kure goro ni go bitano minano bitano na kemo cross UEFA Champions League wa twa biko hoso rwa sebiti abose club kireki Olympiacos Kenya twa baga kwena makari yo gutanyose na Pafos FC na boy go Slavia Prague bakana makari chigori bira Sevilla na Bordeaux na Ajax bakangeso na Inter Milan chigori bira Senoti Bayern Munich bangesta Chelsea chigori sata Seyem Liverpool bakangesa Atletico Madrid chigori sato Sevilla PSG ni go bangesta Atalanta chigori nye Senoti boy go minano bitano na kemo ni go biko hoso rwa bwara Karondo chega biberebe kiromoero Club Rouge nigo bange stress Monaco chigori nya Seyemo nabego FC Copenhagen bachira makari chigori bira 7 na Bayer Leverkusen Karabine bigendrete Eintracht Frankfurt abatangane chigori bira Seyemo na Galatasaray Manchester City noti na Napoli nabego Newcastle United bachira half time noti na Barcelona Sporting CP bego bachira Somotimoko egori ya Sporting CP Kairat Almaty noti gono abuna UEFA Champions League korendo ko ranko yoringa nigo chitarike 25 mutinyo iga okianda sigeti gya sameta eminano biria bya county league okona chi playoff ebira chikoso rwa sigeti gya sameta bungi abo basi nabo igo onyorongeta TV nigera chikubwatana mo Aneyendo Limited Services erende kwa koretra matangazo hivi na nebyo kurwa sigeti ekyo gya sameta na incheke fanengo bosire ninchiko babo eyemo Seyemo nabo igo na Romo director we NFC Mr Paul Njoroge na era gontebinga Kefa na botoka nyere tukeriyo kigima igona batutereria basabiro kema westo kiritukeri kitake 25 Kendi Rache asegetikirya sameta ebunge ya bubasi gongo kwa Kefa nengo bosire obutukobuya
Mwancho murigere bona igano tugukurira Eunenkio Alhamisi ase obuikirano Chinsa Inye mimba kirembya mono bare mwese mwabere mo gutobwate kuri umuchakano wikomoera na bari twabwatirana bari kibaita soko ene kyamangana yega twabere tuko yasangirira kuri Chinsinyo au nako yariganya subuikirano ngambi ya mono no butambe yandira kuri yemero beri yonsi ya TV na bubura bwa gusiere tariane Everlyne Osero veni muri yango nero ene kyachipicha neri ogichi agwe kere magaye kamera twaringinere Joseph Mokogoti boigo Joshua utanero ene kyaberega gwikira sensemo yebimagiriro twaruburigere burobya aboigo ubutko borobotoerero
TV Oburabu Wagusi. Kwabire kugwatwa n'umubere yasenga kikore nditoranyore nchira yuko wenya erago konye tokumya pia sauna nenchira yobo gwenye bwatobuya yuko tumeka chinko amonemete yegenka yani hubs yachire ili kuwenya omuberogo pia sauna nige gokonya emechando bunabono gokea ni esumu nyinge asumubere yani detoxification gokea chikiro chinyinga asumubere yani weight loss komentenchira yamanyinga waka asumubere increase blood circulation kuwenyo mochando wichinengo yani arthritis recovery risangwa korokana buya yani skin rejuvenation stress management